Jimmy O here from JoBlo, and we are at Comic-Con 2017. We are about to talk to the cast of the upcoming Kingsman movie, a movie I'm so excited about. Amazing cast here. We're talking Channing Tatum, we're talking Jeff Bridges, so many others. You gotta watch. We'll be back. Enjoy. So, how are you feeling? I mean, you've been involved with so many big franchises. What was it like about this one? What drove you to this?
I was just a straight fan of this one, like fan. Like, I mean, when it came out, it was just so fresh and new, and like I think at a time where so much had been sort of regurgitations of comics and like just or movies that have already been made and with the same people. And for Matthew, he's so specific about his casting. For him to go find Taron and just make him complete unknown, like just be Eggsy, it was like, I don't know, just a breath of fresh air. Matthew made just a style of a movie. We talk about it a lot. Like he's like, I made a movie that there are no rules. He's like, as soon as you make a rule, he can break it somehow. Yeah. And so I don't know, I just want to be a part of it. That was it. I didn't think he would ever want me to be in the movie, but I was like, all right, bartender, tell me what to do. Like I was just like, waiter, I was like, I don't give a shit. Just let me be in the movie. I like it.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I played Tequila. A little. I'm trying to figure out what I can say. Matthew will call me up and be like, "What the f are you doing?" I was a rodeo clown before I became a statesman, and that's where they sort of found me. And now I'm kind of the lowest man on the totem pole as far as agents go. So that's about, I think, all I can probably say. But drinking, fighting, dipping, cowboy. That's about it. When you think of this, they're like these like suited and booted like spies. It's all kitsch and fun, and I actually love it. I'm like, yeah, whatever you want me to do. All my family in Alabama are gonna freak out that I'm in like a giant hat and belt buckle and boots. They're like, my Uncle Bruce is gonna lose his mind. I'm like, he's just gonna be like, I knew you had it in you, boy.
It's very American.
Yeah, it is.
There you go.
Yeah. You know, the Statesmen, they're sort of the American version of the Kingsmen. The Kingsmen, they're Secret Service agency, and they're a tailor, really, and they dress very spiffy. The Statesmen front, we're brewers. We make bourbon.
Yeah.
In Kentucky.
Well, what was it like working with Matthew Vaughn and his style of it's very kinetic, great style to watch.
Yeah, wonderful director, my favorite kind. One of the things I look for in a director is setting the vibe. Where all the actors are gonna cook. And Matthew is very relaxed. It's very relaxed. He certainly has a wonderful vision, something in mind. But he's collaborative. He wants to know what everybody else is thinking and incorporate those as well. So he was wonderful working with him. Yeah. So then when it came around and I was invited to join, I said, well, and who's directing? It's Matthew Vaughn, the original guys, Colin and Taron are going to be in it. And we got a whole new batch, We got Channing Tatum, I'm a huge fan of his, Halle Berry. We got Maud in there, Julianne Moore. Come on, I'm there. Yeah.
We'll be working side by side.
I play a spy named Agent Whiskey for the Statesman. And I use a whip, I use a lasso, I use guns. I'm a badass. I'm along for this incredible ride that is a Matthew Vaughn movie, sort of like an artist of entertainment and popcorn. So I loved the first movie, but I've loved his movies since Layer Cake on, so it wasn't like any of this was going to come to me as a surprise. The only surprise was that I got to be a part of it.
What's the difference from stepping on a show like Narcos to doing something so huge and so big?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing about Narcos is that's what Matthew Vaughn saw. He saw the first season of Narcos, and then he kind of fixated on this quality for the character of Agent Whiskey that he seemed to see in me in Narcos. And if it weren't for Narcos, I wouldn't be here. And Matthew and I kind of took whatever it is he saw in me and shaped it into this quality that is Agent Whiskey. And it's very, very different, and yet the seed is kind of born from whatever the hell I was doing on that show Narcos. The interaction with the fans at Comic-Con is incredible. We were just in Hall H on the panel with big screen behind us, showing clips of the movie. the light of the scenes were shining into the eyes of the fans that are sitting right in front of us. You know, you could see them taking it all in and getting excited, and for us, you know, to actually see the fans' faces and take in what we're doing is probably the best part. Like I said before, I think that Matthew Vaughn is an artist in terms of entertainment. I think that he knows how to put us back into a movie theater and have a blast, you know, and be a little like, you know, caught off guard, entertained, but also shocked and just kind of on the edge of your seat in terms of not even necessarily what's going to happen, but like what music is going to play, like how ironic is it going to be, how brutal is it going to be, all of that stuff. And so he hasn't done a sequel before, and so he's just getting to expand on his own invention. So imagine, he's crazy. You know he's crazy.
Manners maketh man.
Do you know what that means? I suppose I feel partly as if I've never been away. And that's just, Taron and I were talking earlier about how it's actually becoming lifestyle now. You know, this seems to be what I do, and I would love that to continue. It's I've never been involved in this genre before, if you can even call this film a genre. And the space between the first and the second one wasn't that great, and the amount of preparation is so enormous. It's beginning to feel, I suppose, like one big project. And because it is not too earnest, you know, it's the irony is alive and well. I don't think I would have been invited into a genre like this if it had been straight-faced. You know, it's funnily enough, a few offers have come in for action-type roles. Without a sense of humor, they don't quite work for me. You know, I think it has to have its tongue in its cheek.
Oh my God, Harry.